Hey traders, it is 1:17 here in the UK on the 9th of May, and we're just taking a look through the FX markets. It's been an interesting 10 days or so now in the FX world. A lot of news coming out. We've had the FOMC, we've had non-farm payroll, then we've had President Trump's speech yesterday, and the dollar bulls have remained intact. However, that's to our dismay. We were expecting some dollar correction when the market came into the 93 even handle on the dollar index. But today we've seen the dollar bulls resume and take out the high of yesterday's candle. However, we are seeing a little bit of a correction coming into play now. So is this the false break that's triggering traders into the marketplace? And then we're going to see the correction that we've been anticipating. So just to show you what we were looking for and trades that will associate is a pullback like this in towards the 91 to 90.5, which would therefore see longs euro dollar, longs cable, longs Aussie, longs Kiwi, short dollar yen, short dollar CAD, and short dollar Swiss. Our preference across these markets, we'll have a look at those in a moment, but we'll come through these in a moment, and also we'll be looking at long gold. So what do we see? We see a one directional move in the dollar. We see how the dollar started to basically respect this area that, if we look left, was support, support becomes resistance, becomes support, becomes support, support, and therefore resistance again. We got a breakthrough, we got a close above, we broke above yesterday's high, and then since sort of about 10:30 this morning UK time, we've seen a correction. The dollar has taken a little bit of a hit. The only thing we are seeing is we're still seeing strength in the dollar against the Japanese yen, but let's see how we can potentially find some trading opportunities now across the market. So if we come across to the euro, what do we see? Well, in terms of levels and structure and how we can look at trading this, well, right now it's not really the cleanest of levels. We can see, if I move, in fact, let me put in a fresh level. If we look at where we are now, I just changed the color because it's not one that I'm going to use, but if we look here, we can see the market has seen a little bit of structure here. We've got a double top neckline in here, we've got a little bit of resistance. You can see it's a minor level. The market's come back down. We've seen it now pause and halt. So rather than just trading live from this, if I was looking for some opportunities, I'd be looking for a change in cyclical pattern. And where we see the market come down, we're seeing it break and pause again at this previous cycle high on the hourly. So maybe it's going to come back down. We'll find like an inverted head and shoulders. But essentially we need to see a break above this high here, and then we can potentially start looking on an intraday basis to trade the euro dollar long, and we'd be looking to trade that somewhere up into the region of at least 120.50 and potentially 121.90 to 122s before maybe another push back down towards 116. So expect to see some sort of correction, but be patient and wait for the market to potentially roll over. Now let's move across to dollar yen, and what we're seeing here, well, dollar yen, it came in, tested the 110 even handle off the ascending trend line here. We've seen the market push back up. Let me lose this right now. That was a potential signal which sent out to the Lifestyle Traders Club right now. So what we're looking at, so we've seen the market come back up, we've seen that aggressive move. We know we've got dollar news coming in shortly in the next sort of 15 minutes. Now if you look at the cyclical patterns here, the general momentum is to the upside, and then what we see is we see it roll over. Now we've seen potentially a lower high, so any break below this candle low here should see some downward momentum on the US dollar, and you could probably trade that down into the 109 area, and this is one of the trades we just sent out to Lifestyle Traders Club. So you're looking at something like that into this region here, and you'll see it's a decent risk reward profile, and you're not asking the market to do too much. You're keeping, if we go back to the daily, you'll see what we're talking about. It's, you're basically asking it to come back down to these doji bodies here on the daily chart. So you're not asking it to change structure and cyclical pattern on the daily. That will come in if we break this low here, and then I think you get nice trading opportunities if we break that low, and you can trade that all the way down to 105s and potentially 102s. If we're talking the upside, it needs to break this descending trend line. In the middle here, it's just going to be news, not news, sorry. It's just going to be messy, and avoid it. It's just not an area I want to be trading. There's no room for profit. Okay. If we look at cable, potentially where we are right now, the market's been failing to break through that 135, so we're potentially looking at upward momentum here, and that would coincide with what we're seeing on the US dollar. Expect to see 138, potentially maybe a little bit higher as a correction, so look for a shift in momentum here, and we're seeing that right now. A break and close above this high here, we should see a nice trading opportunity if it presents itself on a retest of say 136s. So 135.86 is this area here, and then trade that up towards 138. So nice opportunities here on cable. Aussie, well, if we look at Aussie, it's broken through all key daily levels now. It needs to come a bit lower, so expect to see a push up maybe into previous cycle low here. May even come and test the ascending trend line before another push down to the next major structure level. But if we are going to see dollar weakness, just in terms of a correction, then look for decent trading opportunities. I don't see this as one of the clear ones right now. If we look at CAD, well, CAD now, this is really interesting. CAD is a live trade. You could sell this at market as an end of day trade with stops above yesterday's high, and trade this down into at least 125s if this is proven to be a false break. If you're more of a cautious trader, then I'd wait for 128s to be broken and a close below, and then we can look at trading a retest of 128s down towards 125. But CAD's looking like there's some strength in CAD right now. Kiwi, we're seeing it across the board now. The dollar is potentially about to have a small correction. If we could pull up into the 72 even handle, then there'll be a nice shorting opportunity here. But again, this isn't a clear trading opportunity that I see based on the daily chart. Whereas if we look at something like dollar Swiss, this is technically probably this and dollar yen are the ones that are giving the nicest signals off the daily charts, because there's plenty of free room to trade into, plenty of reward available. We see how the market's been one directional, and then we've seen the congestion, the slowdown in momentum, that it's showing that we can see some nice sort of return here. So look for shorting dollar Swiss. That makes a lot of sense. And then moving finally over to gold, well, we went long at 1304. This is paying dividends right now. It's got to break through 1318, 1319. We break through there, then we'll be looking to add in on a pullback to say 1316 and trade that up to 1354. So there's plenty of profit available on gold long. Another couple of charts to look at. We want to give you plenty of opportunities and trading ideas. So the DAX is a market we're looking at shorting. It's coming to a lovely structure zone here. You've got a nice evening star formation forming, so you could sell under yesterday's low or Monday's low with stops above Monday's and today's high. That'll give you plenty of options of a 5-to-1 at least down into all this little wiki area. If you look left through here, you see all these wicks, opens and closes. So plenty of reward there. And the next chart as well, looking at the CAC, nearly at upper all-time highs. Significant options here, so you could even just enter the market live, put stops above the all-time high here and trade it down to lows. And you know, if you want to look at in terms of what sort of risk profile and return that's available, well, just into those lows there, you're talking over a 7-to-1. So plenty of opportunities here, guys. Okay, that's it from the technical analysis and charts of interest for us here. What we'd like to say to you is, if you enjoy our analysis, I know it was quick, we are doing a special offer this weekend to join the Lifestyle Traders Club. If you want to know more about that, drop me an email at mark@tradeandtrade.com. Alternatively, I'll be putting a link in the comments below with my email address. If you want to know more information, please drop me an email. And just to let us know that you like our analysis and the way we talk about the markets, if you'd like to receive this kind of information 6 times a week, live webinars, live trading ideas, live charts, you need to be a member of our trading club. It's not just a club, it's a community. We share ideas all day, every day, and you know, trading is a lonely place if you don't have anyone to share ideas with. So this is what we do. We help you develop your skill set in a very friendly, continuous format where you will just permanently be developing your skill set. So guys, like I said, if you do like our analysis, let us know by hitting like, share and subscribe. Please share our videos with any of your friends who are traders or potentially thinking about getting into the trading world. Okay guys, have a great day and be wary, we've got US news coming out in 2 minutes.